Zane Clodfelter with OttersTV, here with Otters hitting coach Bobby Segal. We are approaching the halfway point of the 2019 season. How would you assess your offense's performance so far?
A little bit sporadic, to be honest with you. You know, I felt like we came out and started the season with a bang. Hit a little bit of a lull there when we went up to Chicago with the Joliet and Schaumburg series. We're really having difficulties finding that rhythm, you know, those quality at-bats stacked in rows. And, you know, we've definitely shown signs of that here as of late. Had I believe, our longest winning streak of 5 games. And so our pitching staff's done a great job of, you know, picking up the weight there for a little bit. Obviously, we've had a lot of guys get picked up as well. But, you know, I think it's important to find that rhythm, especially going into the All-Star break, so these guys can feel good, you know, as they leave and take a few days off. So I really like where we're at now. We're making some adjustments, but definitely plenty of room to work and continue to get better.
Do you think that offensive consistency that you're starting to see is a byproduct that you're starting to play a more normal schedule where you have the 6-game road trips followed by the 6-game homestands as opposed to earlier in May?
Yeah, I know. I felt like we were on the road a lot, you know, earlier in May, which, I mean, that's just part of it. And you got to find ways to at least be 500 on the road. Obviously, you got to win your games at home. But, yeah, I think the consistency of the schedule, especially rolling into the All-Star break and especially in July, I think that'll do nothing but help us out as far as continuing to get in that rhythm. I know a lot of our hitters like to play here at Bosse in front of the home crowd. So I think that'll definitely help us out.
In terms of your hitters, you have Ryan Long, Carlos Castro, and Rob Calabrese who have all been selected to the Frontier League All-Star Game. If the situation was like it has been in the past, where it was a just Frontier League event, I'm sure a lot more would have been selected. What has stood out about those three as they were able to get recognized?
Yeah, I mean, you look at where those guys hit in our lineup: Long 3, Castro 4, Calabrese usually 5 or 6, somewhere in there. Really, their daily approach to hitting is what I accredit it to. You know, going down in the cage, and Ryan's real adamant about his daily work. He's put a lot of his own personal time into his approach this year as well. I mean, I try to give guys as much information as I can as far as what guys are throwing, what they're throwing for strikes, just to give them a better game plan. And Ryan's taken that a little bit further upon himself as far as taking notes on individual pitchers and teams and how they're pitching him. And so, you know, he's been consistent, but I think knowing Ryan, he strives for excellence. And so I think you're going to see a much more consistent Ryan Long as we go into the All-Star break, and especially in the second half of the season. I'm pretty excited about it just because I think he's the best hitter in the league, to be honest with you. And in the past, he's been, you know, 315, 320, 330, and then slowly as July and August hits, kind of a little bit tired and kind of lost his steam. So I'm actually looking for him to have a great second half, and you know, hopefully he'll get picked up. Castro, a great power threat that we have, has been very receptive of making adjustments. He got off to a very slow start this year, and you know, has really made some nice adjustments as far as just putting balls in play, trying to go the other way, not trying to do too much with certain pitches, and ultimately knowing that, hey, they're going to throw me backwards, throw some off-speed stuff, and he's got to be able to capitalize on those pitches that are in the zone. Calabrese comes from some good pedigree. Obviously, he was an affiliated ball as well, but played at UIC for Sean McDermott, who's an excellent hitting coach, a great baseball mind, and Calabrese has some good pedigree as far as just knowing the game. I think he's got an uncle that's in affiliated baseball as a hitting coach as well, but same thing with him. When he comes down to the cage, I really like how he has a plan, you know, and then it's up to me to stay on Rob, as we call him, Robbie Big Fly. I got to stay on him and make sure that he's executing his game plan. It's a great game plan, but sometimes he gets a little bit distracted and stuff like that. But he does a great job of having an approach and really trying to get better on a daily basis.
2 more things. How has the technology and where the analytics of it, how has that progressed since you came to the Evansville Otters, just in terms of game film being available and being able to kind of track all of this?
Yeah, no, you guys have been great resources for us as far as just watching some swings, watching how guys are, you know, getting into the box. As far as the analytics and stuff, it's been on my side. It's been pretty consistent across the board the last few years as far as what we really put a lot of emphasis into, what we're trying to do as hitters. Obviously, you got a round bat, round ball. It's one of the hardest things to do in sports, especially when that round ball's flying at 90 miles an hour right towards you. But we really try to simplify the game and make sure that we're taking care of the process. Because as you know, you can hit a line drive right at the third baseman. You can hit a ball in the gap, and a great center fielder runs it down, dives, and catches the ball. And that's stuff that we can't control as hitters. So, but it's definitely been good to have resources and continue to get better through my first few years here.
Finally, any big plans for the All-Star break? I know it's always an opportunity to kind of recharge, relax.
Yeah, nothing off the top of my head really. Just hanging out with the kids and maybe hanging around the house, maybe getting in the pool a little bit. But no big plans. Just hopefully recharge the batteries a little bit and have a really strong second half push.
Looking forward to seeing that push. He's Bobby Segal, the hitting coach for the Evansville Otters. I'm Zane Clodfelter with OttersTV.